Hello there, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of March the 3rd through the 9th. I am going to be putting down one card per day, and we're going to take a peek at the cards and also whatever comes up psychically or intuitively along with those cards. Did the Hanged Man try to come out? That tells me being patient, really thinking about something. That may be a theme that shows up during the week. It didn't actually hit the table though, so I'm not going to give it too much credence. Not going to give it too much. Let's put some cards down though. While I'm doing that, if you guys want to support the channel, please remember to put a thumbs up on this video, share it out to the world, and put comments down below. All of your support is much appreciated as I grow this channel. If you would like to support financially, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description box below. And of course, if you would like to book a private reading, Reiki session, mentoring session, etc., all that information is on my website, including my contact info. So if you want to reach out to me, feel free. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you. Okay, so Sagittarius, let's get started with your week. First of all, we are going to look at Monday. So Monday, what we have showing up here is the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is somebody that you're actually interacting with on Monday, Sagittarius, and this is somebody who is looking at things very logically. The Queen of Swords also is somebody, she's been through a lot. She's literally been through tragedy in many, many, many cases whenever I come across a Queen of Swords. And going through that kind of tragedy makes it so that she can see BS a mile away. So this is going to be somebody looking at details, looking at things very logically. She's my taking care of business person. Okay. So could be a male, could be a female. I feel like for a lot of us, this is going to be female that shows up here. And this is, yeah, she's coming in to take care of business. She's making sure things are right. For some of you, this may be somebody coming in to actually do some type of audit. For others of you, this is somebody that you work with or a colleague. For others of you, I mean, it could be a family member that's trying to make sure you're doing things right too. I don't know exactly what kind of scenario that would be, but anyway, it is coming up. Now, looking at Tuesday, we do have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords talks about some kind of heartache or heartbreak. I think that's probably going to be the card that I break down this week and see what that's all about. Usually, though, and if we have a heartache card coming up during the week, like when we're pulling a card a day, usually it's something pretty mundane. I mean, it could indicate some pretty big things, but usually it's not that big. I've had this card come up for me before, and it ended up that at the end of the day, I was watching the news and I saw a story about some animals, some dogs that were being neglected. And yeah, I'm a pansy. It made me cry, even though I didn't know the dogs or the people. So it can be something just really little like that. So we don't want to go all dramatic just because it shows up in the spread. So we'll take a look at that a little later, see what that's really all about. On Wednesday, we have a Five of Wands showing up in reverse. Five of Wands in reverse just says you have a lot of distractions around you Wednesday, a lot of things happening that are pulling for your attention, and you are staying laser focused on whatever is your target or your objective for the day on Wednesday. Now let's look at Thursday. I keep trying to straighten things out. I don't think it's making them straight at all. All right, so looking at Thursday, what we have coming up here, Three of Cups. This talks about nice time with friends, possibly colleagues, but nice time with friends, enjoyable time. This can be on FaceTime or on the phone, something like that. Generally, most often, this is in person though. And then Friday, Nine of Swords coming up in reverse. This says kind of go with the flow. You may have a plan for the day, but don't get locked into that plan because it's going to work out better if you just kind of go with the flow. That's what's going to be putting you in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing with the right people. That's what I say about that card. All right, let's look at the weekend. Weekend is interesting. We have a King of Pentacles showing up here. And so this can talk about this idea of paying attention to your money, paying attention to your budget, thinking about ways that you can make your money make money for you, or that you can build on the foundation that you've already got going. And then Sunday, we have our Four of Swords coming up in reverse. you are probably doing something in a different location than whatever is your normal on Sunday. So maybe having a meal at a different location. If you are somebody who happens to work on Sunday, you may be working at a different location than normal. Something is happening in a different location than normal geographically for you on Sunday, Sagittarius. All right, so let's slide that off to a little bit, and then let's take a peek at this Three of Swords and see what that actually has to do with. May not be that big of a deal. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. I do like to kind of dig in on some of these things that we don't like to see, because if we have a heads up on them, then we can kind of mentally prepare ourselves for how we're going to handle them, because we all know what's important isn't what happens to us. What's important is how we react to what happens to us. So if we have the heads up, we can have something in mind. All right, let's see what this is about. Some kind of obstacle. Confusion. There's some kind of confusion around the idea of either a female or somebody who's kind of sneaky with that snake. Beepity-dee-dee, beepity-dee-dee. And this also has to do with a message about a new beginning. So there's some kind of heartache here that's showing up because somebody is being a little bit, I think they're being a little bit evasive with those clouds there, and I think they're being evasive. That it is just causing some confusion for you. You're trying to talk about some kind of new beginning that you would like to get off the ground. Maybe you're trying to talk about a child. This can be a child rather than a new beginning. But for most of you, I feel like this is some kind of new beginning that you're trying to get off the ground. Just realized you can't see that. And I think they're being a little bit evasive. I think that's the heartache, is the idea that you cannot really get the information that you want here. And so I think what's going on is not so much that lack of information is so heartbreaking. I think it's the idea that you're kind of filling in the gaps. You don't understand why this person is being so evasive. And so that makes you sort of fill in gaps and just kind of go with worst case scenario. And that's where the heartache comes in. I would say, don't fill in any blanks. Don't fill in any blanks for somebody else. Just wait and see what the real deal is. This whole thing, this may be completely unnecessary. This whole heartache can be completely unnecessary. Once you actually know the real deal, you might feel kind of silly. Hopefully. All right, guys. So that's what I've got for the week. Everybody have a fantastic week. If I don't see you here for a reading, a Reiki session, or a mentoring session before then I will see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.